Hello you lovely people, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. This is full deck challenge we're doing today. I'm doing my full deck challenge in this vintage Zeus on cards rather than on playing cards, because I got this and I want to fill it up with lusciousness. Only this isn't bringing me joy, this particular piece. Challenge for this week is repeat, and I've decided after looking through my deck I want to repeat this and see if we can get something better for this particular prompt. The prompts were holes and drippy paint, and I've got holes and I've got drippy paint, but I don't like it. So I'm going to take out another card. Let's get a card out of here. And we're going to try again. So how are we going to try again, Kirsten? Dies. Why? A die is a hole of a sort, isn't it? How about some of these? Let's have a look and see what we might do with some of these. Because what I could do is I could cut out the holes on one side and actually build it up on another place on the... I'm not really going to get the full height of it, are we? We'd have to use things like this one. And this one. And this one. We're going to have to use them more than once actually to get it to build up. I don't want to put it's about keeping the integrity of the card as well. I don't want to do too many holes at the card then. So rather than putting it on and on one the card, I'm going to do it on this multimedia card and then cut it out. I think this might be Distress Cranes, so I'm going to hold that in half because I don't want to reactivate them. I have got 3 of my Kamitashi multifunctional acrylic inks. Now these acrylic inks you need to shake up. They've got a carrier that kind of keeps them opaque and also makes them thicker than the acrylic inks you may be used to from like Dowra Rowley or Liquitex. They're more like a kind of, well, more like a gouache, or where's the... Come on. Oh, shaking that one out. That one's not good. I've picked it up and turned the top. Got to watch so much about doing that with these. Look at that. That is duck egg all over the place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by wetting this. I don't want it overly wet, so I'm now going to just pat that off. And we've got Barrier Reef, duck egg and banana, and the banana is a very strange one because I swear it smells like banana milkshake. So let's just put a drop of these along the top. It started to curl, so I can't do anything like that. Let's just take these down. I'm just going to give them a wee spray at the top to encourage them. There we go. Let's put that underneath there to catch the drips. So that was the Bahama Reef. Let's put the duck egg. I shut it instead of opening it. They do tend to try and get down the same path as previous ones because they go down the easiest path, and that's one already made. Let's try and put another one in here that goes down a separate path. There we go. And let's add some banana. Or as I like to call it, banana milkshake, because it does, honestly, it smells like banana milkshake. So I'd love for that one to make its own way down a middle path there, but it's not going to, is it? And just give them a wee bit of water again. Now what I'm going to do now they've done that actually is I'm going to spray the whole way down so that they kind of merge a bit. Oh, there we go. That's what I wanted. Now, I need to dry this before I can then drip again, because I now want to put drips on top of the kind of more mudgy bit. I'm just wondering whether to use my heat tool or not. I think I will. I think I will. Because it's already curling anyway. I wasn't going to use it because it might make it curl, but it's already curling anyway. Okay, so now I want to drip more paint on top, but this time I want it to run down and it will be the drippy paint, as it were. So I need to decide whether I want to put my drippy paint on the same colour or on different colours. I'm going to start, I might just start by putting one drip and see where we go to. Let's put one drip down there. And another drip down there. Let's put 3 drips of each colour on. I'm trying to avoid each one. There we go. See, this one's going over an angle. It's not coming straight down, which is interesting. It's obviously finding an easier path down that way. Right, I'm going to stop them dripping for a minute. I'm going to wipe my nozzle. Let's move on to duck egg. We'll put 3 of these, but we'll put them in a different spot. So let's put 1, 2, 3. I've got to remember my card's quite small though, so I need to make sure that it's going to still fit on the card. I think I need to let them dry before I put on the Bahama Blue, because I think it's going to be very difficult to put the Bahama Blue in the gaps there. I'll show you what I mean. This is my card, so I can't really go wider than that, and it will still be on the card. So the Bahama Blue, if I put it on now, you saw how it wants to merge into already, but it only needs to go a little bit off, and it's in this one, or don't mind it so much if it came down and then join that one. Maybe I'll put 1 drop of Bahama Blue in that space there. And let that run down, and if it joins that yellow, that's fine. It's actually keeping lovely in place, isn't it? Oh, it's kind of reading a wee bit now. I don't mind one of them mixing, I just don't want them all mixing. And I'd quite like them to keep a bit of their bubble. They will go flatter as they dry, but I would quite like to keep them a bit of their bubble, you know, their drip. I don't think that one's going to go any further. Okay, I wonder if that's because the card was still warm from being heated. I'm going to put 1 in here. Oh, that looks like it's going to go and join that duck egg. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Add another wee drop just at the top there to see if I can get that to run down a bit further. Yeah, I could add it to the, let's see what happens when it gets to where the other drop is. Ooh, it's not even going to get that far, is it, that one? Is it? Or isn't it? Quite like the double drop though. Let's put another one in here, see what happens. That one's got a lot of bubbles in it. That's running better though, isn't it? Get past that one. And this one. Right, I'm going to put another drop in here. It is very much of dropping and watching and deciding whether to put another drop in here while I do very much want it to do its own thing this time, rather than last time let the water be part of the process. Well, that one's going more over towards the yellow. This one here, I don't know how much of that you can see. I want to try and keep it upright so that it continues to run. This one's actually swerved in towards the yellow as well, actually. This one's come down quite long. I'm thinking I might put another bit of yellow in. I quite fancy another bit of yellow in here. Or maybe not. I don't want to over drip it. This one's trying to head off into that one, and I don't really want it to do that. But I'd like this one to get longer before I stop it. Oh, let's just try putting a wee bit more. Oh, well, that's gone down further down. That dropped down further down. But that, does that matter? It doesn't matter. It's still a bit of drippy paint, isn't it? I think we've got enough Bahama blue on that. If we're going to add anything else, I want to do it in one of the other colours. And I'm tempted to say the yellow just because the duck eggs kind of quite subtly in the background almost. Let's put a bit, I quite like a bit of yellow in here. I didn't shake it, did I? Oh well, it doesn't matter. The yellow is quite wet when you don't shake it. So maybe that'd be quite good. And maybe we'll do, shall we risk putting a bit of yellow there? No, I don't think we will. Let's just bring this bit of yellow down here. I think we're kind of nearly where we want to be, because that's the card. We don't want this top bit. We want where it's running and where the drips are, so kind of something like that. We'll probably, let's put that down and let that dry naturally. This is still a wee bit sticky on the big droplets, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to decide. I was going to try and do it that way. Well, I was going to do it that way, wasn't I? That's what I decided to do. Rather than doing it that way and then having it that, I was going to do it that way. So is it as tall as the card? It is. So I just need to decide which bits I want, and I think I probably want the longer drops in there, like that. Trim around here. Oops. It's obviously on a painty bit, that's why it doesn't like being trimmed. Right, and we need to cut out best bet is probably to just draw around that. There we go. Oops, it's stuck to there because it's not dry yet. Right, we can let that dry for the time being. We don't want to get caught up with these bits. Let's use my Gemini Mini. Stick it to the glass mat. Right, so what I want is I want to cut out the jar, and I want this watery stuff for the jar. I wonder if it will go that way. It will go that way. See, that would give a really watery effect there, wouldn't it? I don't want to put this wet drip through the, because I think it will stick to the folder. So I want to put this. Oh, now that's not tall enough. Well, you should have just cut out the drip, Kirsten, and not the whole way along. Well, we'll just have to do it this way then. Okay, so I've cut them all up. I don't think I showed you which kit this is from. This is from the Framelits and it's number 662270, and it doesn't actually have a name of the kit. Sometimes the kit, oh, Flower Jar it's called. Flower Jar. And I think, well, for me at least, this is a more useful set than this one. There's two of these. This is Wildflowers 1 661190, and there's a Wildflowers 2 which I haven't got out at the moment, because these are a better size often for when I'm wanting a wee bit of flower, which isn't very often, but when I do want it, oh, it tends to be a smaller size I want. Right, so what we have is we have a right selection of bits here that we can now use to fill up our flower jar. Oh, of course, I've got to do my carry forward, and I've got to do my card. Now, my carry forward, I've got these bits, and let's just, here's my card. Ooh, do I make my, do I make my flowers out of this? Okay, and the other thing I was thinking is I could make this a stone jar by using this brown paper, which would be really good. A stone. Now, I need to decide whether I want to make it a stone jar like that, or whether I want to have the writing. Oh, I could have the writing across it like that. Or I could have it at an angle like that. Do I want writing on it? Or do I want it just, I think I just want it a stone jar. There we go. And again, we just want to, at that point, just turn it into a jar without its lid on. And cut off that little bit that's for the tie that I'm not using. Oh yeah, see, I like it as a stone jar. Right. Let's put these bits away. Okay, and I'm thinking I'm going to start by taking the top lid off my card. And hiding it behind the jar. I should really ink the jar first, shouldn't I? That one in the centre, something like that. Let's just put double glue on that one, stick it in the centre, something like that. I want to see some of that red, I want to see some of that, just give it the whole idea. There's a big bunch of flowers. Right, I'm starting to think this is never not going to be sticky. And I'm just going to have to put it through and hope for the best. So I need to make some holes in this, and I was going to make holes by using the things that we were then using there, but I've changed my mind. I could use this big flower head to make the holes, and then the other flower head goes over the top of it. The other flower heads. So we've got the cut. If I put this back on here, then this will help holding it together. Just wondering whether to mount that onto this card, because then that's something stronger. I'm going to do that. I'm going to mount that onto that card, because then it's something stronger to hold it together. Now let's just put some glue on that. Oh, I could even put the card the other side and sandwich it. Oh, there's an idea. Let's do that. So let's put this on here. And let's put this behind. See, that has kind of worked. I don't know how much that's showing where you are, but it does work where I am. I want something on here, so why don't we put, not that, or we could put a bit of, we could put this one. I don't think we want that one. That one's too big. We could put it across that way. It's Full Deck Challenge 3. It's prompt 22 and it is repeat, and I'm repeating prompt 12. Holes and dripping paint. And we need to stamp that down the bottom there. Today is the 10th of June. You're not going to see this until, oops, until Thursday. You're not going to see it till the 12th, but it's the 10th I'm making it in. There we go. This is what I did first time round. I stamped out holes, I ripped a hole in the cloth, I tore a hole in the paper as well, and I dripped paint, and I didn't like it. This is what I've done this time round, which is very different. I've made the holes using a die. I've actually put 2 bits of the die on. I've then die cut some flowers and this mason jar in pottery to make a wee thing on the painty background. And, well, I can't say I love it, but I like it a whole lot better than I like this one. So that's a step in the right direction. I was too busy thinking about using the same card for the flowers, and of course I should have thought that's not going to give me the contrast, but making the holes given a bit of a contrast, and it's made the flowers pop a wee bit. And the mason jar, using the carry forward, even when I changed to the carry forward of this card, it still really didn't bring the flowers totally popping out, but it's yeah, as I said, it's better than this one. Thank you so much for watching. This is a lesson in, if you don't like what you did first time around, try it differently second time around. Bye for now. Keep crafting. Thank you for watching.